Tell us about the soul recovery work. I mean, how would you define that? What is that?
So that, again, because soul is still kind of abstract for clients, that's why they guided me to go through the inner child. So it's just
Okay.
calling all of those inner child parts home.
Okay. So
You
it's
are
all
the
one.
safe haven. Yes. So you are the safe haven. You are the main foundation for all of them. It's returning all parts of yourself home to that heart, to your very essence of essences, all aspects of you from all timelines and lifetimes. And so when we go through that process with the healing sessions and the inner child work, that is mandatory to reclaim all those parts and bring them home, because they've always wanted to be home. They've always wanted to be congruent and complete, and yet those parts of us, we fracture those parts by holding on to those beliefs. Well, I'm not good enough, or I I shouldn't be here. You know, mom and dad didn't meet my needs, so I must not be worthy of love. So we will reinforce that unworthiness again, like I said, through all of our relationships, not just our intimate ones, all relationships, bosses, friends, coworkers, you name it. Well, I'm not good enough to warrant that kind of love or respect or attention. So um, this is my belief system. So the ego has to be right about its belief system. So it will repeat and collect more proof and evidence over the years. See, I'm not good enough.
But
See,
the
I'm only worthy of half-assed love, or I'm only worthy of abusive love, or whatever, because we tell those parts of ourselves, our inner child or our subconscious, believe it, and they will make it true.
but the sticky part is that usually that's subconscious. We're not even aware that we have those
Correct.
subconscious beliefs. It's
That's
not
where a
like I'm
coach comes in.
Yeah, it's not like I'm walking around going, I'm not worthy. I don't realize I'm not
No.
worthy. And I don't realize I'm being a people pleaser because I'm not feeling worthy just being
Mm-hmm.
me without pleasing everyone and securing their, validation of me. So
You
it's
got
this
it.
is all under the radar, which is what makes it such a, you know what?
Yes, which is
Yeah.
exactly why.
Yeah.
That's
Uh-huh.
why I say, like, and from physical fitness and
Hmm.
working with the Check Institute and stuff. A good coach is not there to criticize. A good coach is like, let's let's modulate this a little bit.
Hmm.
Let's tweak this a little bit. Let's get your stance a little bit different. It's just enhancing what you're already doing, and so
Hmm.
that's how I see myself as a coach. It's like I can see things that you taught yourself how to hide from
Hmm.
other parts of you. And I have beautiful coaches that have their own practice that I coach. And I remember one coach saying, "Man, Rosanne, I would have never found that." I said, "Of course not.
Yeah, you're too close to
Who's
it.
gonna
Hmm.
who's better at hiding stuff from you than you? You know where you would go looking. So it's you purposely are like, hide this. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to feel it."
Mm.
And again, that part that needed to hide it at that time, it was necessary, because as a child, if you touched upon all of those feelings and all of those emotions at 5, 6, 7 years old, it would have destroyed you.
Hmm.
So it
Hmm.
needed to be buried or locked away for the time being. And so I said, we made all of us made those agreements. At some point, I will come back and liberate you of this. For now, this is how we needed to survive.
So
And
is
I
it
feel
safe to say that every human being has a damaged inner child?
We'll just say one, we won't say so much damaged as I would say ones that are holding on to false beliefs
And
or
some
operating out of those
and to
programs.
different degree, like some
Yeah,
more, yeah.
absolutely. Some
Okay.
more severe than others. Absolutely. But again, I say everyone's trauma is their trauma. It's unique to them. And so to say,
Hmm.
well, that one was worse for them or that one was easier for them, trauma's trauma. And so
Hmm.
getting people out of trauma, they can't hear you and they can't create if they're in suffering, as you know. Any pain will just limit them from anything else.
Okay, so for healing then, you will help facilitate someone becoming aware of these false beliefs of their inner child and some of the pain and hurt that the inner child has lived through. But then how do you actually go about helping them heal it? Other than being aware of it, don't they then have to
They have
incorporate it?
so exactly. So the integration part is where I channel their inner child for them. I get the words that they need to hear.
Okay.
And then I have my client repeat those words to their inner child. So through visualization, visualizing their child is with them in that room. And they, again, step into that role as the ultimate mother, father, God, goddess, and say the words that they always needed to hear. What did you want the most from your mommy and daddy at 5 years old? Very simple. Most of us wanted love and attention, presence, fully to be seen and to be heard. And that is our role now as the adult versions of ourselves, to go back and provide that. And once, and like I said, they're very simple. Once you do it, they're like, they're good. And I ask, do you believe them? Do you trust them? Are you complete? I'll ask the inner child of my client. And the inner child is always right. They never lie. And they will rat you out if you're not being authentic with them. And so I just guide it for them. And like I said, when it's up to the client if they want to even speak about what happened. It's not necessary. The inner child doesn't need to revisit it. I don't need to. It's not my story, though it was my story too. But I've already been there and done that. So I'm just like, you can share whatever you want to share, or we can just go straight to your inner child and they're going to give me the words that they need to hear. And that is literally how fast and how easy it can be. And once they're liberated, it's done. We move on to the next topic.